You're watching Steve's Outdoor Adventures, Fishing with Wesley. Sponsored by Adventure Distributors, your one-stop shop for everything hunting, fishing, and outdoors. This week, professional fishing consultant Wesley White is headed north to the Northern Lakes country of Saskatchewan to fish with a new outfitter and guide at their recently constructed camp on a remote air-accessible lake. It's late August, and that means Wesley will be fishing primarily for massive lake trout and northern pike. But the lakes also have grayling and walleye, making this an incredible multi-species fishing adventure at what we hope will become a new Steve's Outdoor Adventures fishing destination.
Well, we've made it to the border, about to cross into Canada. We're gonna get across the border here. We'll be in British Columbia, right on the other side. Take a little drive through the mountains and pop out into Alberta for the evening. It's gonna be a beautiful drive. We've been camping our way up through Canada, across Saskatchewan. We're about halfway through Saskatchewan. Did a little camping last night again on this lake. We're gonna go meet the outfitter though. But yeah, we got another full day's driving. Let's get up here, see if Ryan's waiting for us. Head north even further. Hey, I'm Wesley. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you, Ryan. How you guys doing this morning?
Not too bad.
All right.
Well, 176 kilometers to around. So
Okay.
Fill up there and then
Perfect.
move on from there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Alrighty, man.
Alrighty.
Okay, man.
This morning we are in Points North Landing, Saskatchewan in Canada. Took a 3-day drive to get here. It's been a long haul, but we wanted the adventure. We've had a great adventure and it doesn't stop now. In fact, it only gets better. Our float plane arrives in about an hour. We're gonna take off for the lake. We've got the outfitter with us and we're gonna have a great time fishing. This is a big moment. We're gonna load up on the float plane, head off into the unknown on a brand new adventure. There's nothing more exciting than that. Here we go. Let's go check out the accommodations. We're staying in cabin 1.
The first thing Wesley noted upon arrival at the lake was the outfitter's attention to detail. The camp was designed to host 6 guests, with 3 spacious and comfortable double occupancy cabins. The camp has all the comforts of home, so the fishing guests can be in the wilderness, yet comfortable. The guides were knowledgeable, and the boats and equipment were all top shelf. No expense has been spared in building this ultimate Northern Lakes fishing destination, down to the final detail.
These are good if you were jigging trout.
Yep.
But I find better for if you want the big ones.
Yep.
You got to troll for them.
Okay.
Some places jigging is better, but for here, you got to troll the big. Like, and I've got all the trout stuff. Right. He's 60s and big Husky Senior spoons, all that stuff.
Sitting around the campfire pit, hanging out for our first afternoon, letting this weather blow through, getting some chores done around camp, and we're sitting around in the sand and realized that, you know, they had to have done the hard work of moving this in here and building this comfortable spot. So we asked Chin about it, and sure enough, he hauled it all over like a 4-wheeler and shoveled it all in, and they've got their own ideas and their own dreams of making this a very, very comfortable lounge spot with large boulders filling in the perimeter. And we're gonna cook over the fire tonight and have dinner right here on the fire. You really got to appreciate these guys' efforts if they are willing to do this and build this comfortable camp and have the foresight and the understanding that people want a world-class experience even out here in the wilderness. I look forward to having dinner out here, hanging out here in the evenings after fishing, and It's a very, very comfortable camp and a very nice place to be.
Weather's changed a little on us, but I think this is supposed to blow through. We're having an excellent evening down here by the water, cooking dinner over the fire, frying up some pike, some potatoes, some onion rings. Got the guys out here. It's a really enjoyable evening, and you know, what else could you ask for but a fishing camp with fresh food right on the water. It's incredible out here. Yeah.
With everyone in camp, Wesley gets settled and relaxes, but it will surely be a restless night with anticipation of fishing new and uncharted waters the next day. This segment of Steve's Outdoor Adventures Fishing with Wesley is sponsored by Grundens. We are fishing. In northern Saskatchewan, the sun is rising on Wesley's first day of fishing, and he wastes no time in heading for the boat.
This is morning one here in Saskatchewan. We've got the boat rigged, we've got breakfast done, got our lunches packed. We're gonna go after lake trout today. They're holding in some very specific water. They know where they're at. They haven't dispersed back throughout the lake. They're holding on these rocks right off of an island, somewhere between 60 and 90 feet. So we're gonna go out there, we're gonna target them, then we're gonna work on pike later. Super excited to get my hands on a big lake trout. I've never caught one of substantial size, so this is an exciting morning for me. We're just about rigged up. We're gonna get the boat rolling and we're out of here. Oh yeah, there's a little head shake. Yeah. That was more subtle than that first hit. I wasn't quite sure.
Well, it might feel a little heavy, like they'll trick you too.
Yeah.
Once they're right over the side, you just want to hold them. If they want to peel line, let them pick line.
Okay. Just a little feller.
Kind of foul buck, that's why it felt so heavy. Want to grab her?
Yeah.
Hold her right here.
This is a pretty small one. We're gonna let this one go. Keep hunting down some bigger ones. It's cool to see our first fish out of the depth, so it's pretty awesome. I'm gonna let out about 170 feet. Yeah, that's a hit again. Nice, fish on. Barely had the clicker back on and setting it down into place. Had a hit about right away, so. Yeah.
And I mean, hold on. Close your fist and hold on. Grab them.
Oh, wow.
Just let her hold her underneath like you did at the bait. Yeah, like that.
What a pig, what a huge fish. We caught this monster Mackinaw at, 170 feet on the counter. How deep are they at on the?
They're about 70 feet.
About 70 feet down in the lake. Absolutely beautiful big fish. Look at all those features, just a pig.
With his first big lake trout released back to the depths, Wesley is quick to get his flatfish back in the water. And once again, it's not long before he's hooked up on what feels like an even bigger lake trout. Wesley releases the line to the desired depth for trolling until the lure is trolling at a depth of around 70 feet. The fish finder rarely lies, and it's not long before Wesley is hooked up on an even bigger lake trout. You'll notice that the guide guns the throttle when a lake trout hits the T60 flatfish. This sets the hook and starts the fight.
No slack. Just kind of down there.
Yeah.
Line you got out?
It's fooling me again. 100.
Yeah. It'll be a pig. Or a bigger fish. You'll feel the weight now.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
it's heavy, just take your time, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's heavy.
Oh, the best part of it right there is letting them come. They'll come out, they'll see the boat, they'll go back down. Very decent nice baits there.
That's a stout fish. About wear you out.
Hard to get the liquid without
Trying to find the position to reel.
There's lots of ways to that. I think you can. It might be a giant.
Oh, wow. Amazing. What a fish.
This segment of Steve's Outdoor Adventures, Fishing with Wesley, is sponsored by the Yakima Bait Company. Wesley has hooked up on what feels like a massive lake trout, and the fight has been going on for quite some time. Now it's close enough to the boat for the net.
Oh, wow. Amazing. What a fish.
Not as big as the other one, but it's a nice fish.
That's amazing fish.
Just hold that.
And how well we're targeting them and just, you know, bumping right back into them. We're getting hits. Only takes one quick lap around the block.
Yeah, now lift it, support it.
Oh,
There you go.
oh, beautiful fish. Absolutely stunning trout. Amazing animal. What a great fight. You can just feel these enormous head wags on the bottom, just thrashing, boom, boom, throwing the weight around. Then you get them directly under the boat and you've got a long haul to get them to the surface, but it's worth the fight. Look at that fish. Look at that belly. All right, as Chin explained, we got the Pearl T60 flatfish we're gonna drop down there. It's getting a little bit darker. The sun's getting a little lower in the sky, so it might get a little darker down where those fish are. We're gonna keep fishing. We're gonna change up our lure a little bit and see what it finds for us down there. Really dropped the Pearl right down there. I hit the clicker, bang, bang, and there's some weight on there. I'm hoping it's gonna be a big fish.
She wants you to stay down and hold her for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as it's tight. She might freak out and take a bunch of line down too. It's hard to say. Weight there?
Yeah, there is.
Might take a bunch of line to
It feels like it's thinking about that.
Yeah.
It's kind of doing this.
Big head shake.
Yeah. Swimming against me. Whoa, that thing is a slob. That might be the biggest one yet. Not even 1 minute of the Pearl T60 being down there. Barely even got it into place. Hit the clicker at 177. Instant action. It's just been absolutely incredible.
Right in that 40 zone.
40 inches.
Yeah.
40-inch Mackinaw, lake trout. Absolutely beautiful fish. We drove 3 days to get here to catch fish like this. And it's been absolutely amazing, and this is just day one. I'm gonna let this big, beautiful girl go.
I might have to shove her down, and then when she comes up, and then I'll shove her down again.
Okay.
Is that clean or loose?
been an amazing day, and it's still not over.
Having spent most of the day battling massive lake trout, and with a few hours of good fishing light left, Wesley and his guide head toward a shoreline area to fly fish for northern pike. Wesley is a highly skilled and professional fly fisherman, and it was his goal to hook and land a 40-inch or larger northern pike. This is no easy feat on the fly, but if anyone can do it, Wesley can.
They could be in 12 feet of water until it warms up.
Yeah.
It's all timing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Fish? Oh, nice jump. It's a good looking pike. Been making a lot of casts, but that's how it goes. The weather's getting beautiful on us. It's a good fish. I'm gonna let her go quick. No point in holding on. We're looking for something a little bit bigger, but this is a beautiful specimen. Happy to catch and release this beautiful fish right here.
As quickly as he released one pike, Wesley is already hooked into another one, as the action is non-stop. With day one under his belt and a solid understanding of what kind of fishing he should expect, they point the boat back toward the cabins and call it a day, knowing that tomorrow, Wesley's quest to hook and land a 40-inch plus sized northern pike on the fly rod will continue. This segment of Steve's Outdoor Adventures Fishing with Wesley is sponsored by Cast King and their full line of fishing and outdoor equipment. If you would like to book this fishing package or hunting adventures, please contact Steve's Outdoor Adventures at the toll-free number and website address on your screen. We are always available to take your calls and answer your questions. As the sun rises on day 2 in northern Saskatchewan, Wesley once again wastes no time in getting his gear together and heading for the boat to start the day. The plan is to go back to some more shoreline water and continue his quest for a 40-inch northern pike on the fly.
That's a pig. Or at least a stout, aggressive feller. She put up a good fight, got the fly removed real easily. Just letting her get a little water. Hopefully it offers, a little breath for her after that big fight. I'm gonna take her out, show her off right now. She's beautiful, look at that fish. Spectacular, on the fly nonetheless, just another beautiful specimen from here. Hammered that wiggle tail, had a lot of weight to it. I mean, this is a heavy fish right now. This is 15 pounds or so. Beautiful, all right. I'm gonna let this one go. We got bigger ones to hunt down, but this is a beautiful, beautiful fish. We're gonna roll on to our next spot. We got one nice fish in there in the upper 30s, maybe 40, but upper 30s, big stout fish. Put a great bend in the rod, 15 pounds. It's like pulling a 15-pound dumbbell off the bottom of the water, fighting against you. So great fight, awesome fly, great experience this morning. We're gonna go do it again. We got a lot of hours today, a lot of fun left. We're gonna get after it. They went full airborne for it off the surface. That fish came launching up out of the depths and hammered the fly. Missed it the first time, and I just saw this enormous boil. And then it came back for a second one, and it was another huge splash on the top. Big eruption, big eat. Instantly knew it was a good fish, over 30. It looks like a real decent fish. just came blasting out of the depths to hammer that big fly. We tied on this big 8/0 fly. And the reward is just this beautiful big fish. Oh, nice and heavy, good 20 pounds. There we go. Nice, she's out of here. Spectacular, that was awesome. This is the fly we tied on that just caught that nice big fish. Got a bunch of hackle, creating a nice big long tail with some flashaboo, buck tail, building out a body, a little bit of dubbing for a head and some eyes. This is on an 8/0 hook, so this is a monster hook, but you know, with these big fish, with these pike, they open their mouth and it's an inhalation. Having that big hook on there just helps really lock them in. And of course, pinch the barb for easy catch and release. We're letting all these fish go. So this is a perfect fly we just tied on. Tied it for the trip. Caught a nice fish on it, it's awesome. I'm losing count how many fish I've caught today. We're only on day 2 and it's just after lunch, typically about noon or so, the pike fishing heats up and we're just out here catching a bunch of them. This is gonna be my last cast here for this evening. We came back to the walleye spot and I caught a couple small pike. Did not catch a walleye, but that's okay. I had a great day. I caught a 42-inch pike. I caught a 40-inch pike. I caught a number of them in the 30s, a bunch of them in the 20s. It's just been an incredible day. More fish than I can really keep count of for the day. So we're gonna call it a night, go eat some dinner, rest up. Hopefully tomorrow the weather gives us a window that we can go target lake trout again, see if we can find something close to that 40-pound mark. It's gonna be awesome.
It didn't take long for Wesley to realize that this was the place where he wanted to book Steve's Outdoor Adventures clients. It's the right lake, the right camp, and the right crew to provide world-class experiences. And if you would like to book this trip for yourself or any of our other incredible fishing destinations, please give Wesley a call at the office. Unless he's out fishing, he's always ready to take your calls and answer your questions and help you book that fishing adventure of a lifetime. But for now, the sun is setting on just the second day of Wesley's week-long fishing trip. As he watches the sun set, he wonders what tomorrow might look like. But that's another story for another day and a future episode of Steve's Outdoor Adventures, Fishing with Wesley.